Grae, have you heard about the Cleopatra stuff? Have you seen the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes?
Is it even there? That's I
It
guess.
is. It came. I
Oh,
actually checked earlier today, and it is there.
oh,
And
it's there already.
the
'Cause
get
I
and it
I were I heard the part where it was still blank. It was still blank even though 2 days after release. But anyway,
um
yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
are you ready for the scores?
Is it point ones?
That's
Oh
the score.
wow!
So
My God,
even the critics hate
even
it.
critics, yeah.
Yeah. So season 1 of Queen Cleopatra has 17% critic review and 2% audience review. Okay. So here's the thing. If the critics even hate your stuff, then you can't call this shit racist, right? Because if the critics love your stuff according to Hollywood, then and the audience hate it, then the audience are racist, right? But if the tomato meter for critics is also really, really bad, considered rotten, then your fucking whole narrative of everything is fucking racist
Mm.
is been destroyed, right? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Netflix Queen Cleopatra star Adele James dismisses Egyptian complaints about docuseries race swapping. Blackwashing isn't a thing. So do you like Tinkerbell? You have Tinkerbell already. You have a person, you have Little Mermaid, you have Ariel. You have a couple of the characters from what's it called again? The Witcher, and you have a couple other characters who've been race swapped. But imagine if you whitewash someone, another character, right? Let's say we
Exactly.
turn Static Shock is all of a sudden white. We have
Yeah.
Storm as a now
Take I
white.
mean, take a look at Lilo and Stitch. It's not even white yet, just lighter skin.
Yeah, and
What more?
people are
What more if it's
freaking
white?
flipping out, right?
Imagine if they made Nani pure a Caucasian, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Though there has been a loud backlash from Egyptian nationals, including the country's government itself, towards Netflix's race swapping of their history for Queen Cleopatra, the docuseries star Adele James cares little for any of it, as she believes that all of it is based on nothing more than a mix of self-hatred and, of course, racism. Right? If you don't like it, you are racist. And they're basically saying the entire nation or the entire country or the entire Egypt is
Egypt.
racist, right? So, the fact that it's so bad is doing so bad, and I don't think people freaking care about this, but it's so blatantly like you're blackwashing it and stuff, right? Asked by eponymous host of her opinion on the fact that people are mad about Cleopatra being blackwashed, right? Blackwashing isn't a ding, is it? As at this point, a bit of technical difficulties caused some of James's response to be cut off. But when her microphone kicked back in, she could be heard asserting, "I find it sad that people are either so self-loathing or so threatened by by the blackness that they feel the need to do that to separate Egypt from the rest of the continent." What do you think, man?
Mm, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this could have been this could have been avoided with just the thing is you marketed this as a documentary, which is why. Like I'm pretty sure Egypt will still be an outrage even if it is not a
Mhm.
documentary. But it's probably the backlash would have been far less if they just admit it was fictionalized.
Yeah.
That's the I know Dave mentioned this when I was not here, but
Mhm.
that's for me that's the biggest thing too. It's like you categorize this as a documentary. That's the thing. It's
Mhm.
like I mean if it's fictionalized, make her Chinese for all I care. But the fact that you said that this was a documentary, which is supposed to be backed by facts. You have to be as
Yes.
close to the facts as possible, and then you just throw that all away just for what your identity politics.
Yeah. Like because they just wanted to be able to have we finally have a black queen, we're taking back Cleopatra, right? They have this thing, it's called what's it called again, the racial draft, right? And it was a long time ago where it was like the black people took Tiger Woods, and the Chinese people took Wu Tang or something like that, right? It's sort of like it's so funny and it's so ridiculous what it is, right? Let's see. This from the critic seems generous.
Yeah. It reached digits. It reached 2 digits.
Yeah, double digits. Damn, that's the
Yeah.
best rating. And to make matters worse, right? Imagine saying that the entire country of Egypt is racist. It's like, all right, fine. Egypt to make light-skinned Cleopatra documentary amid Netflix series controversy. They're like, you know what? We're making our own documentary now. We're making our own documentary. Screw you guys. Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we're making our own documentary that's actually accurate, right? So let's go ahead and read this. A government-owned Egyptian broadcaster has announced that it will be producing its own Cleopatra documentary or doc after
Oh.
a Netflix series casted a black actress to portray the ruler. NBC News reports. Oh man, this is good. I love this. I love this a lot. Controversy has loomed over the Netflix docuseries African Queens, which began streaming on Wednesday, May 10th, since the trailer dropped last month. Produced by Jada Pinkett Smith, the series stars Adele James portraying Cleopatra with African roots. However, a number of Egyptian academics have slammed Netflix for allegedly falsifying Egypt's history, arguing that Cleopatra was European descent and not black. The Al Wata, I'm not going to pronounce that because I'm probably going to fuck it up. Channel recently announced that the start of production of a documentary based on a true story of Cleopatra. The Egyptian broadcaster said that the doc will be backed by the utmost levels of history and accuracy. That's what I like. That's what I like. Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, the government entity in charge of heritage, wrote on Twitter that statuses of Queen Cleopatra confirmed that she had Hellenistic Greek features, distinguished by light skin and drawn out nose and thin lips. An Egyptian lawyer has also filed a lawsuit against Netflix, calling for the company to be shut down in Egypt for the show's creators to be penalized. You love to see it. You love to see it, man.
Mm.
This is so good. See, this is what we need, right? If you, especially based off of history, like you, it's like they're already saying that like so and so person is black, so and so person is black, and it's like, well, based off of documentation or history, and something like that. I know a lot of people were saying that like Jesus is not supposed to look like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's Jesus is supposed to be a
Yeah.
lot darker and stuff like that. Look, I get it, but I think I'm pretty sure if you go to like another country or something like that, they probably need, is there a Chinese Jesus?
Yeah.
Is there an Indian Jesus? People who believe are Christian or Catholic, right? Or it's crazy. But if you have something that's like literally scientific, a person who actually walked the earth, literal like documentary, it's like, well, this person is Greek. It's like, actually, they're black. And it's like, no, they're not. It's like, well, if you say otherwise, then you're racist. And it's like, oh, you basically lose your argument. It's just because you don't know what else to say. You're just gonna say, if you lose an argument, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna leave, or you're a racist, you're a bigot. And I think that's all their arguments now, man. So is there, Grae, for you, is there like a historic like Philippines like ruler that's like famous in your country, or just like a really famous person that's like that's already passed away, but it's like very very revered by like the people of Philippines?
Yeah. Probably our national hero, Jose Rizal. So imagine they made him a Caucasian. The
Mhm,
outrage here would be probably be really really insane too.
mhm.
Probably so much so that if imagine if they did that here in the Philippines, I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix was taken off.
Yeah,
I think they would go that far. Like they will take off Netflix from the country. Like they will be someone will be able to do it. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. It it's the crazy thing is I don't think a lot of these people who are like, gender swapping or race swapping these characters, I think it's just whatever their truth is. It's like, this is my
Yeah.
truth. This is what I believe in, and the thing is that, yes, you have Ben Shapiro who says facts do not care about your feelings, but a lot of these companies, a lot of people who are running these properties and these IPs care about feelings more than facts. They don't care about actual things that happen. They're not factually like at well versed in a lot of these things that happen in real life. All they care about is what is happening now and how I feel about it. And I think it's I don't know, man. I think 2016 ruined a lot of people. I think the Me Too movement ruined a lot of people, and it's gonna be crazy, man.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.